Hi, this is Vishy Datsatan, your host for Essence in Fitness video series. This is the last video in this series, so let me take you for a behind the scene look and more insights into the process you have been watching. I saw a movie once based on a true story. A promising gymnast was injured. He had the heart of a champion, and life provided him with an experienced teacher to help him get back into shape and competitions. One day the old teacher was waiting for him on top of a bridge. The young man came running. "I'm really behind. I have a lot of things I need to do. Can we hurry up the lesson today?" "Sure," the teacher said. And then he picked up the young man and tossed him over the bridge into the water below and walked away. The young man came out of the water wet and furious. He yelled at the old man, "What the hell is wrong with you?" "I emptied your mind," the teacher replied. I know you're in a hurry to speed up your lesson, find a solution to a problem you're facing fast so that you can run to the next problem and the one after that. Life picks you up, tosses you over the bridge into the cold water, and you come out of the water saying, "What the hell is wrong with my life?" And life says, "I emptied your mind." It is up to you to decide how you fill it again. With a busy mind and even busier emotions, you are in a hurry to go where and accomplish what when you get there. Has all this hurrying up helped you? Do you have fewer problems as weeks, months, and years go by? Slow down, pause, and look at your whole life instead of bits and pieces of it. You don't have enough time to solve every problem in life one at a time. You do have plenty of time to learn problem solving and solve problems that are significant. Pause and plan based on your detached observation of events and their impact over a longer period of time rather than what is happening right now. Let's go back for another look at the recommendations I gave Sabrina, who came to me to lose around 80 pounds and control her cravings for sweets at nights. Sabrina, without realizing it, was activating so many hormones in her body, including stress hormones. These hormones impacted her perception, her emotions, and her body's functions, including her mood, hunger, energy, and fat storage. Part of the stress was caused by Sabrina's low opinion of herself and her need to be significant. These two do not match. My father had a cat with a huge head and a thick neck. His name was Dondo. He looked like a tiger, moved and acted like a tiger. This cat would attack the windows trying to get at the coyotes that came around at nights. I used to tell my father that an angel told this cat just before he was born that he was going to be like a tiger. The cat didn't hear well and thought the angel told him that he was going to be born as a tiger. The cat did not understand fear at all. I am sure he looked at the coyotes and wondered how tasty they looked and wondered why we wouldn't let him just have a few of them. Another time we brought 2 cats home with us from an animal shelter. One of these cats we called Boots. He was really scared. He would hide under the bed behind the laundry machine in dark and quiet corners. He jumped at the slightest sound. I think he too did not hear the angel right. The angel probably told him that he would eat mice, and the cat heard that he would be a mouse. Most of us need to remember and clarify what our angels told us, to clarify what is in our heart. Another part of stress is feeling trapped, feeling helpless, fear, loneliness, frustration, and anger. My recommendations provided tools for Sabrina to rise above the conditions that caused stress and to take charge, to detach, observe, and begin to solve problems, to increase her awareness and learn right discrimination. Without tools for Sabrina to learn the skill to manage stress, any conversation about hormones would not have been productive. Sabrina needed skills, including keeping a journal, to show her and me other necessary steps. For example, Sabrina's journal showed her activities misused and abused leptin and insulin hormones in her body. A trained physician needs to be involved in this process because hormonal changes are pretty serious. What would have happened if I even mentioned the possible role of these two hormones in our first meeting to Sabrina? More than likely, Sabrina, like many of you, would have stopped listening, focused all her attention on these two hormones, would run to the internet looking for a pill to fix her hormonal problems and move on. She would have stopped any effort to develop the skills needed to understand and manage the wider influences in her life and the impact of these hormones. It was like telling her she was like a tiger and she would hear that she was a tiger. To solve problems, I start with the simplest material first. When it comes to nutrition, the simplest approach begins with macronutrients. One of them is carbohydrates that are broken down into 4 basic categories. After Sabrina began to pause, I asked her to research low glycemic index complex carbohydrates. I have posted a link for you below to do some research. I can only assist those who wish to learn without interfering with their choices. The discussion below came after Sabrina researched, not before. 14 hours of starvation time between Sabrina's dinner and breakfast was sending 2 signals to her body. The first signal told her body to slow down, sleep, rest, and repair. This is a great signal for natural sleep, especially on empty stomach. When Sabrina woke up, she still did not eat for another 5 or 6 hours. This sent another signal to her body that there wasn't enough food around. This new signal told her body to slow down, conserve energy, and store fat. Things got worse for Sabrina when she broke her fast with high glycemic index foods. These foods increased her blood sugar to very high levels fast, and then they were gone within 1 hour. High blood sugar sends a signal to the brain not to burn fat. The body burns stored fat best after sugar is gone from blood, cells, and the liver. So even when Sabrina ate, what she ate signaled her body to store fat. For around 18 hours every day, Sabrina in 3 different ways was telling her body to store fat. About an hour after Sabrina ate her high glycemic index food, her blood sugar dropped, signaling her brain it was time to eat. However, by now Sabrina, not having planned her meals, was busy with work, didn't have time to eat, but had plenty of time to feel frustrated. Low blood sugar slowed her brain down and added to the feeling of being foggy and inefficient. And with Sabrina's low opinion of herself, this translated to the feelings of inadequacy and more stress. Increasing low glycemic index complex carbohydrates in the mornings and lunchtime kept Sabrina's blood sugar at medium levels, providing her body and her brain a steady source of fuel for a longer period of time. Through the process of keeping her journal and recording her feelings before, during, and after each meal, Sabrina began to look for, find, and plan meals with low glycemic index complex carbohydrates. These were meals she liked with the timing that helped her quality of life. They helped her think more clearly, to make better decisions, and to be happier. Sabrina still has a variety of other challenges, but she is on her way to solve them. Beginning to see success in everything, including weight loss, is very different than completing a process and reaching a point that you could naturally and with minimal effort maintain that success. I call this a sustainable dynamic balance. For Sabrina, this would mean being confident, healthy, and happy. One of the biggest challenges for Sabrina is the temptation to stop journaling and stop improving. Sabrina has learned the basic skills to pause, but she has to protect this skill and develop it more. We will continue referring to her journal to help her find other solutions to various challenges. The skill to pause, detach, observe, and plan will only improve by use. Thank you so much for watching this video series. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'll be posting other videos on perception, stress management, nutrition, and exercise. The lessons you learned in these videos will work as a foundation for the upcoming videos. Let me take you back to the beginning. Imagine that it is a Wednesday morning. Sit across for someone you trust. Tell them what kind of help you need. Listen to what they have to say. Listen well. There is a big difference between when your teacher says that your body will be like a tiger and you hear that you will be a tiger. Pause, open your heart and listen to the music of your heart and the angel that sings your instructions to you every second of every day. Part of that song is that help is always close to you.